again today. Um, I lost count. I think this is like the fifth or the sixth live stream, and I'm trying to experiment with the right time. Like last week, I started way at the beginning, so at 8:30. Then before that, I started at 11, and this time around, it's 10 o'clock in the morning, and I'm in the middle of a project. So let me show you right away what I'm working on today. So I'll show you the design first. So you can see it right here. My plan is to make a table out of scrap wood, and more particularly out of plywood. And my idea is to let me look for a pen or a pencil. Oh, there's a pen. My idea, more specifically, is to make very shallow cuts in the plywood, so I can make the bend that you see here. And that's exactly the part where I'm at now, because I made like the big slab that I want to use for this. I made it nice. I sanded it down, and then I had an old scrap piece of scrap wood, and I'm trying to experiment, like how can I bend it. And I made 5 incisions, and you can see like you can bend it like a little bit, but it doesn't give much way. So by the looks of it, I think I need about 15 of these incisions for it to work the way I have in mind. So that's the video for today. I'm trying to build a table out of scrap wood, and I'm trying to do that in like an amazing way. That's what we're all about here. We're going against mediocrity by building stuff that is made to last, and I try to build with speed, style and strength. I'm a family guy, so I don't have tons of time. So the time that I do have, I like to use it very, very efficiently. Now, I started around 8:30 this morning, and besides against mediocrity, I also try to lean in more on cinematography. So let me walk you through how I started today's video. So I started right here in the yard, and I'll turn around the camera. So this is where the camera was, and this was the establishing shot. You see the mountain to the back of our house, and I walked into the shot like so, holding a piece of plywood, and then I continued onto the porch. Then on the porch I tried to make it more interesting, so to draw the attention to the plywood, I had the camera positioned here, so the plywood came out much bigger. Then I had the camera positioned on the ground, and I lowered the plywood and turned it around, because the plywood that we use, it's not of the best quality. Like it has been used to make the pillars for our gate. Good morning, thanks for joining the stream. It's good to see you all. Hope you're having a wonderful day this far. Now, this plywood is used for the gate, and the backside is really rough. There's like a lot of concrete on it, so I sanded that down, and that's how I ended up with pieces that are much nicer. And one of them is to the back here. So these are the pieces that I intend to use for the table. And for the next shot, I'd like the top view showing the slab on the table, and then with a short voiceover. And then I switched to myself sitting behind the foldable workbench, and introducing the video, and then another shot from the side. And this is really something that I'm trying to experiment with, because the first time around I did this, I didn't get a ton of views, but I had 5 viewers, and I don't know who they are. I don't even think they are subscribed, but they watched the entire video, and that's the first time that happened. So I was really like, yeah, there must be something here. So I'm gonna continue with that. And so actually the video that I'm most proud of this far is gonna release today, because tonight for 6 p.m. AST, the video about this one is gonna go live, and that's the charter station, and that really starts cinematically in such a way that I was really proud of that one, like at the beginning of that video. So yeah, it will go live tonight for 6 p.m. So if you can make it, look out for that one, because I can guarantee you, if you liked the previous videos, the one of tonight is going to be even better. So yeah, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Drop in the comments where you're watching from. Like in the past, I had people from India, from Europe, from Greece, from England, from the US. So if you feel like it, you can drop it in the comments below, and I will try to keep my phone nearby. I have like this stand especially for my phone, so I can keep it in the frame. And what I will do is I will just continue the build. So I'll put the phone in the stand, and I'll put that next to it so you can see exactly what's going on. Okay. Oh. Okay. So once again, if you're just tuning in, like I'm trying to bend the plywood, and this is just an old piece of scrap wood, and you can see like I can bend it a little bit, but it doesn't go as far as I would want it. So the next order of business is to add about 10 more incisions in the wood, and see if it bends far enough then. So that's the first thing right now. Alright, so now I have 15 incisions, so let's see if this makes a difference. I think this is the number. So the number is 15 to bend it. Alright. So that's really awesome. I didn't expect it to be this easy actually, but it really bends. So okay, then I can adjust my plan. Let's measure how much distance is between the cuts, because then I can keep that. Okay, it's 1 centimeter. And do I like how it looks from a distance? Yeah, man. That ain't too shabby. Looking at it from this side, I could have gone with less, I think, because if you look at these three here, they're not bending at all, but still this whole thing, it looks to be like a 90-degree angle. So if I have 12 incisions, I think it's gonna be plenty. And what also stands out is this one here. This one is very close to each other, and it still works. Yeah. Okay. So how much is that? Yeah, a little more than half. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna go for 12 incisions. So I'm gonna adjust my plan. Okay, cool. Just checking to see if there are any messages. So. Okay. Okay. I'm just checking to see if it's in the shot, but it seems to be the case. All right. So currently I have 5 lines, and I want 12. So that's what I'm gonna adjust. And I'm gonna stick to 1 centimeter each for the line, because that's what I used before. And you know, in the interest of uniformity, I'm just gonna stick to that. So 1, 2, 3, 4 on this side, and then 5 on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'll just take the carpenter square and start drawing them from this side here. I'll turn the square and connect the lines. And then I'll just repeat the same process on the other side. So 4 lines here, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Okay. I just want to show to the live stream like how I lowered my blade. Look, you can see it here. Oh, but yeah, man, it doesn't want to focus. Okay. I have to keep it at a distance. Somehow it doesn't want to focus, but you can see that the lowest part of the blade, it's just above the lowest sheet of the plywood. So that's the idea. That's how I'm cutting all these incisions. I need to find something to support it. I don't fully trust this. Okay, I just put a cinder block underneath, so it can't bend any further. Alright, I did 12 of the 14 lines, so I want to see how it bends this far. Yeah. It needs the other two lines as well. Okay. Almost, almost. So it does need 15. I need to add one more line. It's almost there, but I don't want to overextend it. So one more line. Okay. Awesome, success, success. So I'm gonna turn it and do the other side. I'm gonna start by adding the extra line, because then, you know, I might need to do it anyway still, plus like this it's gonna be uniform. Let's see how she bends on this side. Also, all the way. Now, perfect. Kind of want to see it from both sides. So let's do that. Yeah, this is awesome. This really is awesome. Yeah. I'm talking to the main camera, so please don't be offended. So this is really awesome. It took way more cuts than I anticipated. I thought it would take 5 cuts. It ended up taking 15, but the result is there. Right now I'm thinking I'm gonna deviate from the plan a little bit, because my idea initially was to have one side here cut out and cut out here, so there would be 2 legs, and then to have a piece of plywood underneath here with screws inserted there. And I'm not gonna do that because I think it's gonna mess with the structural integrity of this piece. So instead, I'm just gonna make one shelf in the middle here, and depending on how it looks, I'm gonna add another shelf right here. But before doing that, I'm gonna do some sanding. Now, next up, I want to figure out whether this table is gonna be leveled. It should be, but I want to make sure. Oh, man, I'm not in the frame. Wacht even. Next up, I want to make sure that the table is leveled. It should be based on my measurements, but I want to make sure before I put everything together. No way. Well, the proof is in the pudding. It couldn't be more leveled. So this is really awesome. So that means I can continue with the next one. So next up, I need to measure the length of the piece of plywood that's gonna be the connecting piece. It looks to be 51. Okay. Now, from a slight distance, 47 is the number. So that's what I'm gonna work with. Aye. So one side is damaged. That's a pity. I thought everything went well, but I see that one side it got damaged. So somehow the blade got in too deep on this side. The other side is fine, though. Now I'm just gonna put 2 shelves one time. 2 times 47. I'm a bit short on really old plywood, so I'm gonna start by sanding this old piece down, and I can take the 47 from this. I'm gonna continue sanding just a bit more because this piece is a bit narrower than the table, so I will use the entire width of the piece and just the length that I'm gonna cut off. But let's mark the length first now. So 47 is the number, so right here. Alright, let's cut it to size. Welcome to the channel. Drop in the chat where you're from, how you doing today. I'm building a table out of scrap wood. Alright, so by this time I'm gonna lower the blade again, because I just want to cut off the wood. And I will use my signature move, and I will stay at the Signature Hotel in Las Vegas at the end of the month. I really look forward to that. Alright, I want the shelf to be just below the start of the bend. And if I measure that, that's going to be at 30 centimeters. So that would be like a really shallow one. Yeah, just give it a little bit more space. So I'll mark it at 29. And I'll do the same from the other side. So on the other side as well, I'll mark 29. I'll make a line in the same way with the carpet square. So put it down here, turn it, and then connect the line further. Same on the other side. Now, this is the only part where I really consider this a version 1.0, because in the future I'm gonna connect the shelf in a different way, but since it's a version 1.0, I'm just gonna use some screws. So I'll make the markings for those. So the width is 30, so I'll do a screw at 10, 20, one in the middle, and I'll put the shelf on top so I can see how it looks. Oh, there's more space. Okay, another one at 5 and at 25. Repeat on the other side. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So that's what it looks like from the top. So I just made markings in one line, so it will come out extremely uniform. Now next up, I'll just drill some holes. Very basic. Oh boy, I forgot to turn the main camera. Yeah, so just look from all sides and do my utmost to drill straight now. I'll throw in some 2-inch screws right away, because then when they extend a little bit on the other side, I can use that to make markings in the plywood, because like so, actually I don't need to drill the plywood, but it's for the other piece, for the shelf, because if I don't drill the shelf, it's gonna split for sure. Like this you can always drill straight down into a plywood. So the thread needs to be all the way in the plywood for it to extend. Next, I'll turn it around and repeat. Now next up I'll turn the plywood over and to the back. I'll do that for a reason. Because to the back you see the red side here. Now the shelf that will go in the middle also has one side that's red, like the other side it's clear. So I'll use that for a point of reference. And yeah, what I will do is I'll just position this to the best of my abilities over the screws here, and then I'll just press it down. Just like that. I'm pretty sure that I will have some markings going on. Yeah. So next up I'll drill the holes. And this is a bit so next up I'll drill the holes in the plywood, and it's a bit of freestyle because plywood is pretty thin, it's 3/4 inch, but it really is necessary because if you don't cut the plywood, it's gonna split if you're gonna put in a screw from this direction. I need to retake this. I was looking at the screen, not at the camera. So next up I will pre-drill the plywood, and this is especially important here because the plywood will split if I don't pre-drill it. So that's why I'm doing this, and it's a bit tricky because it's only 3/4 inch, so it's quite thin, but without it, it will split for sure. So that's the trade-off. And this is the tricky part. I need to position it over the screws. I need to keep it in place. And then use my third hand, which I don't have, to drive in the screws. So I'm just gonna hold it like so. Let me show you how I'm holding it. I'm holding it like so. So I have one free hand here that I can use to drive into the screws. And I'll just do 2 screws. Now, next up, I'll just repeat it on the other side. So I will pull it up. And then this is also the moment of truth, whether this piece was the right size, where the 47 was the right number together. Now, I want to be able to lay it down flat, so I'm just going to drive in the other 3 screws as well. So repeat drilling the holes from the top. Wait. So repeat drilling the holes from the top with the drill, not the driver. Okay. Oh, that stuff is well. Okay. I'll just drive in the screws, try to find the holes. It's a bit hard to see. Oh boy, this is hard. I'm just gonna put it on the side like this. Yeah, like this you can press it down with one hand and then use the other to drive in the screws. Boom. Now, first impression, not too shabby at all. The only part I really don't like is this part here, and I will try to sand it down because it has like splinters sticking out, so it's simply unacceptable. I hope it doesn't damage it further. since it's so minor, I'm gonna use a trick I saw. I never tried it as well because this is a tryout by itself already. I'm gonna take some glue and some sawdust, and I'm just gonna fill up these holes here because it's mostly cosmetic. The wood is strong as it is. It's just that it just doesn't look nice. And after that, I intend to paint it. So I doubt in the end you'll actually see much of it. So I'll get some wood glue. Sup? Never tried it myself, but I'm just gonna mix some wood glue. So I never really tried it. I'm just gonna mix some wood glue with some sawdust, and then I'm gonna use that to fill up the cracks, and hopefully that's gonna work. But I'm not 100%. Today is like a big experiment today. People in the live stream. People in the live stream. How are the people in the live stream? Drop it in the comments how you doing and what you're working on, where are you watching from? You having a good time? How was your day? Like what time of day is it? It works like a little bit maybe. All right. Well, this is gonna need quite some time to dry, which puts me in kind of a jam because I like to tape and record everything in one setting, but today that's not gonna be possible. So the outro and the painting of this object, it's gonna be for another time. I will have to do this next week Thursday, so I'll finish that way before starting the project of next week. And I think it's doable because next week I was planning to do a small project. So so then we're almost to the end of the live stream. I really hope you enjoyed hanging out, building some cool stuff. I'm really happy about the end result. I think it looks pretty neat, especially considering that it's a tryout. But my biggest worry was that it wasn't gonna be leveled or that the legs wouldn't be straight, and the legs are straight and it is leveled. So on that account, it's a success. It's just that yeah, with the corrections that I had to do here with the wood glue and the sawdust, it will need some time to dry, and that means I can't paint and do the final shot of the video today. But that's okay, that's the way it is. When you build things, sometimes you gotta improvise and be a little bit flexible. Now, also, if you haven't already, thank you so much for subscribing, because it really helps the algorithm to push this content out into the world to more people who need a little bit of this in their lives. And also, be on the lookout for the video of tonight, because tonight at 6 p.m. I'm gonna release the next video, and it's gonna be about this one right here, the charging station. And that one I'm particularly proud of, because it's the first time that I really felt like I'm getting a bit of the hang of the cinematography. So if you can't watch the whole video, at least watch like the first minute, because I really went hard on that one. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. You all have a good day, and I'll catch you on the next one. Next week, Thursday, 10 a.m. I'll be here for sure. So, see you later. That's it. That's the live stream.